Information, do this, put your hands out. Information combined with emotion becomes a long-term memory. Long-term memory. How many people know this? Logical, we're what? We don't do things logically all the time. We do things what? Emotionally, right? Because we're not logical, we're biological. How many people feel like when you're learning something, it feels like you're taking a sip of water out of a fire hose? Raise your hand, right? And not just that, it has an effect on our health also, right? They call it information fatigue syndrome. Information fatigue syndrome, because everything is a syndrome, right? So higher blood pressure, compression of leisure time, more sleeplessness, or even if you have a little bit of free time, you can't even enjoy it because your mind's still multitasking. And also, not just the supervillain of digital overload, but digital distraction. How many people feel like your mind is so distracted and you can't focus on just one thing anymore? Raise your hand. And this is a challenge. That takes away from your ability to be present, your ability to be able to get things done, your ability to be able to be profitable. And I don't just mean financially profitable. That's He looks at me without a blink. He's like, Iron Man. And then he's like, Jim, who's your favorite superhero? I was like, Spider-Man. And without a pause, he says, with great power comes... The opposite is also true. With great responsibility comes great power. There is no learning without remembering. So B is believe. Believe you can, believe you can. Now the E, I'm going to go through these really fast, is exercise. Exercise. And what I mean by this is I mean physical exercise. Because your brain, the primary function of your brain is to control your movement. As your body moves, your brain grooves. If you want to learn any subject or skill faster, the F is to forget. Forget. A lot of people don't learn faster because they feel like they know it already, right? So you want to forget about anything else than what you're learning here, temporarily. The A in fast stands for active. You take notes, you ask questions, you participate in it. The S in fast stands for state, that all learning is state dependent. All learning is state dependent. I never want to learn in a bored state, right? Most people, like when they read, they're in a bored state. People wonder why they don't remember what they read. So control your state. Finally, the T in fast and B fast stands for teach. You learn with the intention of teaching it to somebody else. If you had to teach this to somebody when you got back.
It has to be if an ordinary person, by studying hard, would get to be able to imagine these things like I imagined them. Of course, I was an ordinary person who studied hard.